I'm Mark, and welcome to my channel. Have you ever been on a flight and you didn't know what you needed, or you forgot what you needed? Well, today I'm going to tell you 20 things to make your flight better. If you've ever ridden a plane, you know that sometimes your experience can be uncomfortable. Number one thing I would recommend to make your flight better is to get yourself comfortable by bringing a jacket. A light jacket works really well on international flights as well as domestic flights because the airplane you're in is 30 to 40,000 feet in the air, and it can get really cold in the cabin of the airplane. Number two, another thing to make yourself comfortable on a flight is to wear comfortable clothes. I typically wear sweatpants, something without a belt, and a comfortable t-shirt. This helps me on the plane, but also get through security. Now, I can't emphasize how important it is to be comfortable. So number three deals with being comfortable as well. When you go on a flight, bring clean socks to wear with your shoes so that when you get on the flight, you can take off your shoes. This helps with circulation so your feet don't get swollen, but it also helps just be more relaxed. Whether you're on a long haul or you're an easy sleeper. Number four is to bring a sleeping pillow. Number five is to bring earplugs. This will also help you sleep on the plane, but it also helps you with the changes in the atmosphere as you take off or you land. Number six also deals with atmospheric changes, and that's chewing gum. It helps with your ears from popping when you're on the plane. You can also yawn, but you can't offer your partner or someone sitting next to you gum if their breath smells bad. There are a lot of things that you get when you're on the plane. Granted, you're paying for a plane ticket and their amenities, but one of the things I would recommend to bring, number seven, is headphones. You can have comfortable headphones that are yours and that fit you well. You can get headphones upon request, or they may be sitting in your seat, but they're not always the best headphones. Number eight can tie directly into number seven. It's almost a requirement to have something to do if you're on a long flight and you're not engaged in a conversation or sleeping or eating. But the main thing is that you're going to be bored on that flight if you don't have something to keep yourself occupied during the duration of your flight. Sometimes they provide TVs so you can watch TV on your flight. You can bring a tablet, a laptop, a Sudoku, or some other game, paperwork, but the main idea is to bring something to do. Speaking of something to do, number nine is to buy food for your flight. Once you pass through security, you can buy food at the vendors that are available near your gate, and you can also bring food with you on the plane. This is especially useful to have snacks on the plane because they don't necessarily provide them on the plane, and if they do provide them, you can buy them cheaper at the vendors near the gates before you go. To go along with bringing your own food and buying food for your flight, number 10 is to bring a water bottle. Now you got to make sure that the water bottle is empty before you go, because when you go through security, you cannot go through security with liquids. But once you're past security, you can go to a drinking fountain near your gate and fill up your water bottle for your flight. To make your flight more enjoyable, number 11 is to be polite to the flight crew. They can make or break your experience on a plane. Now, another thing they can do is if they have water available on the plane, they can refill your water bottle for you if they're willing. And if they have extra servings of food that they've served to you and have already gone through everybody, they may be willing to give you an extra portion of food. Number 12 is booking your seat in advance. This is especially useful if you are going with other people and you want to be sitting next to them, because booking your seat in advance can help assure that you're sitting next to them. I also like sitting in the aisle seat because I'm taller. It gives me more leg room and I can get up, walk around, and go to the bathroom without disturbing the people in my row. Now, sitting next to the window also has its benefits. You have a little bit more headroom so that you can lay your head down, maybe sleep, but it also gives you the view of the window, which if the first time you've been on a flight, this is a great place to sit because you get to experience something that you'll never forget. Number 13, book an exit seat. You will have more leg room in an exit seat because there's more space. Now you may lose the amenities like a TV in front of you, and you will have more responsibility. But sometimes you get let on the plane first. Speaking of number 13, if you see a plane that has a row 13, you might want to book it because it's a superstitious number and a lot of people don't like superstition. So they may have that seat available and there may be less people in your row because it's row 13. Number 14 is avoid alcohol. Although a lot of people use alcohol to settle their nerves, when you're on a plane, it actually affects you differently. So keep that in mind and drink alcohol, if you do drink alcohol, in moderation. Now, you want to make sure that you put your essential stuff in your carry-on as well, like medications, extra clothes, and this will make it easier for you because you have easy access to this stuff. And make sure you put all potential stuff that you would need in your carry-on. On some flights, you may have access to AC power where you can plug your devices and other things into the plane, but a lot of times you don't have access to this. So when you're on a plane, make sure to bring in your carry-on a battery pack so that you can charge your devices like your phone, your GoPro, your camera. This will make it a lot easier on you because when you're flying, you have a lot of dead time where you're not doing anything, and to have those devices charged and ready to go as soon as you get off the plane is a huge benefit. Speaking of your phone and camera, number 17 is to bring them. You have some of the most spectacular views in the plane when you're taking off and landing, and taking a photo and capturing that moment is a great opportunity. Number 18 is to get yourself a passport wallet. This will make it so much easier for you to pull out your passport and to fill out the documents that you need when you're going on international travel. And also this will be a great spot so you can put your boarding passes and any other customs forms directly in one spot so you have easy access to it throughout your flight. Now we're just about wrapping up. And number 19 deals with your health, because making your flight better does not just mean being on the flight. It means your whole trip after your flight as well. And bringing a pen with you on the plane is beneficial because you need to fill out customs forms usually when you land in a different country, and trying to get those pens from the flight crew is sometimes difficult, but also you're using the community pen. So to stay healthy, bring yourself a pen so you don't have to use a pen that everybody else has used. Finally, number 20, I would recommend to bring wet wipes or something to clean yourself off, because whether you're in between flights, at the airport, or during a flight, you have easy access to getting the wet wipes to clean off your face and to feel rejuvenated. But also, one of the most dirty places in the plane is the backside of the tray right in front of you. Think about it. People lean their heads and lay on that and eat off of it. So to stay healthy, another added benefit of bringing wet wipes is to use them for sanitary purposes on the plane. Now, if it hasn't become obvious, all this stuff I'm talking about to make your flight better has to be on your carry-on. You have to be able to bring this stuff with you on the plane, on board. I hope you enjoyed this video and that the tips that I provided help make your flight better on your next experience flying. You can subscribe down below, and I'll be trying to make more videos like this in the future.